Hey everyone, welcome back to round two of Startup Tournament at Sandstone North in Berkeley. I am Steve slash I Herf Nerfs, and I have Penguin with me.
Hey, Yasser, aka Penguin.
Yeah, so super excited to be bringing you a Startup Tournament, which, we don't get a lot of coverage, so this will be really fun. And we have Brita on Loup and Penguin commentating his own game playing Zwicky.
Yep, we'll see how this goes.
So I have to imagine if you're playing Zwicky, you're not playing a lot of trashables. So the
Yeah,
Lou ability doesn't matter quite as much.
yeah. Really, the game plan is build a scoring remote as fast as possible. Gain a lot of credits with operations, triggering Swicky's ability. Gain credits from your agendas, and go as fast as possible and punish the runner for keeping up with measured responses.
Yeah, it's a solid plan. And Anarch sometimes has trouble finding breakers, so
Yeah,
you might
and
be able to just like rush out before Lou can do much.
exactly. And with the Anarch's, efficient breakers and tungsten, once they find those, it's a very hard game as the corp to
Hmm.
recoup from there.
Okay, looks like both players kept, so we should
Yeah,
have a good game on our hands.
mhm. Starting with a KPI, and with Zwicky, it's maybe one of the only IDs where you'll do the credit gain first to trigger the ability before doing the other ones. So yeah, here you see I played KPI for credits, drawing a card from Zwicky's ability, and then drawing and shuffling back a card.
Yeah, KPI does so much. Brita thought your turn was over.
Yep.
I,
Two
that's all
card
three clicks,
draws,
right?
two
Yeah.
credits. Yeah.
Okay, look at ISO HQ.
Yep.
Start building a remote.
I think we saw a flash of send the message in my hand, so definitely want to protect that. All right, we see a draw from Brita here.
What is that called? Oh, is
That's a
that
that's
Tread
a
Lightly?
tread lightly. A great card. Yeah, resing a flywheel for 5 credits, not ideal, but the value does come back. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 credits.
Mm-hmm. Try to hide that, send a message.
Yep. And it seems like
Ah, Spin
we were
Doctor.
lucky. Yep, a spin
Nice.
doctor.
One last click remaining for Brita. Is it a penny shaver?
Penny shaver indeed.
Nice.
And discarding, I believe, a buzzsaw.
Okay, I see.
I
Yeah.
see the 4, and it
Mm-hmm.
looks buzzsawy.
Makes sense.
And for my turn, just installing in the remote, gaining 2 credits. Ooh, and here we see an R&D agenda steal.
It's a
And
Brita steals a sacrificial expansion zone. Going up 2 points.
Yep.
And that's a
And
really nice agenda in a rush deck.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with Zwicky's ability and, gaining econ while advancing. It's a great card. A fan favorite from Vantage Point for sure.
Mm-hmm. So Brita took credits off penny shaver to go trash the spin.
Yep, which triggers the Lou ability, driving Brita forward, so makes sense. Here we see a hedge fund, drawing a card from Zwicky.
Considering. So you're thinking about what your options are. Do you remember what
Yeah.
you were thinking at this point? Yeah.
No, not exactly, but I do know that, I was taking as a rush deck, I was taking the risk of leaving R&D open for the sake of moving my game forward.
Mm-hmm.
Betting that single accesses are fine, as long as I keep moving forward and presenting threats.
Yep.
Okay, so a
Okay.
second piece of ice on that remote. And we see another
It's a
steal
green
from
mail.
R&D.
Oh, that's a Slipnir. That's a
That's
spicy include.
Yep, so that was one of the major influences from the deck. Slipnir, just a great code gate, relatively cheap. 3 subroutines, 4 strength, ends the run. Just a good card. Played Petty Cash for Zwicky's card draw. That's click 1.
Up
Just
stuff for even more
just
money.
loading up on the money and finally deciding that R&D needs to be protected.
Yeah, enough is enough. Uh, okay, we're
Let's
just gonna
start with
draw
draw.
up. But
Yeah, and now that R&D is protected, Brita needs to go into setup mode, right? We
yeah.
we saw her running without any breakers or anything of that sort, so now she needs to take a step back and actually start setting up.
Mhm. Yep, just find breakers, find econ. Third click, we're gonna see a fermenter come
A
down.
fermenter,
Okay, we're good. One more click left.
a leech. All right. Starting with this pin doctor, and I think at this point I was starved for agendas other than
Mhm.
the send a message. I don't remember why I didn't want to
Yeah.
play that one. I think it just um, shows too much and maybe sets me back a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, I guess looking back, send a message would have been a fine score here.
Yeah.
I don't think that Brita's in a great place to contest it if you
Yeah,
try to
for sure.
push it.
For
Yeah.
sure. Okay, and
Okay,
here
nice.
respecting the leech.
Hmm.
All right, started with a draw for Brita on the spin
I'm gonna
doctor.
choose the spin. So it looks like a spin and a face down. Got shuffled back in.
Yes. More clicks for no, one more click for Brita. Okay, no problem.
Arcemont.
Yeah, I think here is just finding those whether it's a 2-1, the green mail or the sacrificial, agendas that move me forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Taken. Gonna drop again, looking for something you want to jam. Okay.
just putting more ice. Okay. Okay, and I think this is actually an agenda there. Maybe.
Okay. We're looking for answers.
Yeah. Okay, running the remote.
Okay. There's that slip here we saw earlier.
So drawing a card, shuffling a card from HQ or R&D back into R&D. Oh, sorry, HQ or archives back into R&D. So it's a card from HQ. Right, run R&D, click 3. That's
Oh, there's two
another slip nears.
left here.
Yes. So like I said, that was a major influence investment. Yeah, for me, it was between that and Toxin. And, as great as Toxin is and Infaction, I wanted something just a little bit cheaper.
Hmm.
Wayland Ice tends to get expensive. So opted to go something slightly cheaper and
Yeah.
slightly weaker.
Yeah, Slitnir is a really good include. And I think we see Tungsten Tailor come down on Brita's side.
Yep.
And even with Bustle Tungsten, they're gonna. I mean, Slipnir is gonna be probably 2 credits
Yes.
every time. So that's a big credit spend up front, and it still costs 2 every time. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think
Okay.
yes. So I guess I was to send the message to Scott
That was,
Jans.
in fact, to send the message. Yes. Okay, back to Brita on 5 credits, but that fermenter is looking very, very juicy.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take the 8 credits. And the
That's the
Bustle comes
busta.
down.
Yep. So R&D is fairly vulnerable now.
And looks like that's where we're
And
going.
we, in
Yeah.
fact, are going R&D.
Fly
Using
Swatter.
using the
Nice.
Gourmand to trash the fly swatter, netting 2 cards and a credit for Brita. 1 from the Gourmand and 1 card and a credit from Lou's ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Flawless would have been a good ice for you.
Absolutely.
I mean, the
Yes.
Fermenter did get popped already, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the leech is still on the table. You would assume there is more fermenters coming along. So yes, would have loved to see that fly swatter. And again, it is one of the only instant or, not purge or, not spend your whole turn purging
Right.
options in startup. Running R&D again. And we see a
Oh,
send a
there's a send
message.
the message.
And immediately
Hey,
resin the Biowak. So
free grow walk.
that might explain why decided to put an extra piece of ice there. Wasn't going
Mm-hmm.
to res a Biowak for the full 14 at any point. But Brita right now on game point, all from R&D accesses. So, hanging on a tightrope right now.
Yeah, this is probably not the split, like the blazing start that you were probably looking for, I imagine.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And, this was, the risk of understanding that R&D is single accesses. So maybe not the most efficient run. But sometimes, R&D does its own thing.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
showing up R&D makes sense.
yep.
Yeah.
Opting not to score the what we think is the send a message in the bin. In the remote, and putting an upgrade there. Again, saying that Brita does not have the economy or the breakers to get into the remote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Biowak is a really tough call.
Yep.
Or tough ask for Berta
Yep.
right now.
We
Okay,
see a scrounge.
Scrounge.
Oh yeah, the fermenter comes back.
I didn't see what went back, but I would
I
have to
can,
guess it's a Gourmand.
yeah,
I don't know what
possible.
else is in the
Probably,
bin. Yeah.
yes. All right, and we score out Reza Malapert. Send a message. Arrows
Okay,
on
3
R&D.
Pharaohs.
And
And
the
the measure.
measured response.
Yeah.
Just posturing, sending another message for Brita. If,
Mm-hmm.
if you
Mm-hmm.
play too loose, you might get punished.
Yep. Fortunately for Britta, she's up 6-3, so she can take her time and not have to run before she's ready.
Absolutely. With the fermenter, ticking 2, that will give you the econ stability of paying the measured tax.
Mhm.
So I don't think you really want to run here for little value.
Yeah. I like the Pharaohs include. It's like one of the few eyes that the Adark Doom rig can't deal with easily. Especially once it gets advanced
Absolutely.
to 10 strength. Yeah.
A fairly popular card in startup. One of the a few ices that most runners have a very hard time dealing with. So yeah, Pharaohs is a great card in startup for sure. Okay, and just a setup turn from Brita, playing a sure gamble, getting some money, drawing some cards. On the corpse side, playing petty cash from the bin.
That's really nice. 2 credits on a card, all clicklessly.
For sure.
We're gonna check archives. Okay, we're gonna jam something in the remote.
Yep, and just score a
Oh,
green
and
mail.
score green mail. Nice.
I think I'm thinking here if I want to draw the draw a card. Wait, I don't think I already drew a card from
Yeah,
Petty
from
Cash.
Petty Cash, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here then.
Okay, I'll get a Biowak. Nice.
Oh, with the Malpert, yeah.
Yeah, with the Malford, yeah.
Yep, fairly straightforward with the green mail score. Easily surrender that agenda, triggering
Mm-hmm.
Zwicky's ability, and Resident Gate, pretty big ice. All right, we see a double draw with the verbal for click 1.
What is your opinion on verbal plasticity?
I think startup really has a hard time with the card draw from the runner side, so
Mm.
I absolutely understand why. All right, here we see a run on archives, triggering flywheel, drawing 2 cards, gaining 2 credits, but still accessing archives. So Brita will see a Managarm, a Petty Cash, and another Pharaohs.
Anagram's a really nice include too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just makes that remote, even more secure. Well,
Mhm.
any server, but mostly will go on the remote. Okay. Playing the Petty Cash first. Drawing a card. If I remember correctly, my game plan here is just to find agendas as fast as possible while um, Brita's still digging for her breakers.
Breakers, yeah.
Yeah.
Kea Hansei. Yeah, Zwicky are drawing a lot of cards, so it hurts a little bit less to pitch cards to Hansei. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. I think one thing I realized while playing this tournament is that you really end up with 6 to 7 cards at the end of your turn
Mm.
with Zwicky. So you
Mm-hmm.
do end up discarding a lot. Okay, and jamming something in the remote and advancing it.
Nice. Okay, still drawing cards. And we still only have the code gate breaker, so
R&D is fairly secure with the Pharaohs, and then the remote is fairly secure with that VWalk. So, I think you're feeling fairly safe about pushing and showing that advanceable, which is, most likely an agenda. Spoiler, it is an agenda, but and I forgot about this card while we were playing, so it was
ooh,
very a tough one. And Brita knows that there's a Pharaohs in there already, but I've also discarded
and a Biowak.
Biowak, so
Oh wow.
Biowak got trashed.
Charm offensive, doing a lot of work
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Oof.
that was worrisome for sure at the when I saw that.
And the rising tide comes down, so and an overclock. Yep, we're gonna challenge this remote. really nice sequence of events from Brita.
Yep. Slipnir here, just 2 credits to fully break the Tungsten Tailor.
Oh, the event
Event
Horizon
Horizon
Go.
saves the day. This is the final click for Brita. And also, Brita not showing a or not having a killer right now, so this will cost quite some credits to get through. So Event Horizon is a sentry, 0 strength, but does say uh, trash a runner card unless the runner pays 3 credits, and end the run unless the runner pays 3 credits.
Yeah. So you can get through it without a killer, but it's going to cost the runner quite a
And
bit.
of course, then the trash ability of Event Horizon, which says end the run
And the run,
if
yeah.
the runner is running on this server. So
Yep.
Brita very likely not going to get in regardless, but having the corp actually use it and trash it is still good enough for
Yeah.
future runs.
Yeah. It's
And
got
that's
to make them
exactly what
use it.
happens. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to score something here. Or is this another 5-3 that we're slow cooking?
I don't think I can afford cooking a 5-3 with only a sleep near, so we'll see. And 2 of the 3 breakers are already out, so
Are we considering maybe over advancing it?
nope, it's
Oh no. Okay.
just on above
I
the law.
see.
So trashing the verbal, not the greatest trash, but you'll take what you have, and more importantly, um, I'm on 6 points as well now, so very tight game.
Yep. Yeah, both players on 6, so I see 2 green males. Like, is there a third in the deck?
There is in fact 3 green males in the deck, yes,
Okay.
and then immediately shove in a card um, in the remote server.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's probably just a distraction for Brita.
Ritual here, great card. Great include in almost any runner in startup. Like I said, draw is kind of tough for the runner in
Mm-hmm.
startup, so anything there is good. Um, and playing
Seeing jailbreak
jailbreak.
on R&D, I assume.
No,
Oh,
I
going
believe,
HQ.
and I remember this because I remember I did not have agendas in hand, but
Mm.
Flywheel allows you to draw, and I opted not to draw because I didn't
Oh,
want
okay.
the agenda to end up in hand.
Yeah, good play.
So seeing 2 cards here,
Yep, there's a
seeing them
measured.
measured. Yep, you trash that. An easy trash. And then seeing
And
the
the other
second
measured.
measured. Yep.
Okay, no agendas, but I guess good hits. Like, you take that threat off the board.
For sure.
Yeah. And you still, yep, yeah, there's the 10 credits off from Enter.
And yeah, with 2 measures in the bin, very hard to imagine a way that I'll be able to flatline the runner here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Berta, considering what she's going to do with her last click. Yeah, we'll check the remote.
Gonna check the remote.
Guess we have to keep you honest.
Yeah.
Okay, Managram spin.
And yeah, I remember being very happy here because being able to draw through the deck while not having the threat of accessing centrals,
Mm-hmm.
the faster that I can get to agendas, the better.
Just sticking for that green mail.
Exactly. And we're popping this pin. Let me see if I show the camera what we're putting back in. Be a walk.
Walk.
And is it a face down? Okay, I
Yeah,
think it's a
looks
face
like
down and
it.
a be a walk. I think Brita here opts to end the run instead of paying the Managarm tax.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, she already got the Loup trigger. The server is empty. Maybe there's an argument for trashing the Managarm to make future runs easier, but not really no point there. And yeah,
Oh,
there
and
it
you found the
is,
green mail.
finding the green
Okay.
mail from the top deck.
Ooh, really
Very close
exciting.
game. Yeah, yeah. I remember being on edge the entire game, just trying to find that last green mail. And luckily enough, yeah, with the spin doctor draws and the shuffle, this was able to find the top deck. So
Yeah.
great game from Brita. Definitely had me scared. um,
I saw you pointing at the flywheel. It did a lot of work.
it's
Like,
I really like that card even in standard.
mhm.
It's 2 to res, 3 strength. Doesn't end the run, doesn't hurt the runner per se, but really pushes the corpse game forward.
Yeah.
So I think it drew me like 4 to 6 cards, and
Hmm.
gained me 6 credits. So not gonna poo-poo on that. So
Yeah. It seems like such an innocent card, but it really disencourages like the runner from his face, like running through it over and over again. Like,
for
yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.